Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be covering some lesser known or hidden Retell AI features that you can use to improve your voice agent, taking it to the next level. Now each one of these can be found within Retell's documentation hidden away, so I'm actually going to leave a link to each section in the description below. And look, I had to do it to you, but honestly the last one I'm going to cover is personally my favorite one, so make sure to check out the whole video and let's get into it. Now the first one we're going to be covering is how to get our agent to pause when speaking or to speak slowly. Now this can be used when you're listing things to a client or a user, or even if you just wanted to pronounce numbers or phone numbers with the natural breaks that each region will have. Now for these demos, we're just going to use the Retell dashboard, or you can just test the agent over here on the right. So for our example, I just got it to basically repeat a callback number to me. So let's go. Hello, can you please tell me what the callback number is? Thank you.
Okay, your callback number is 2134.
As you can see there, it kind of rushed through that sentence. Any longer of a number, it would have been quite hard for me to follow. So we're just going to go here and I'm going to replace this with our new section with these break lines that we've got. And it's essentially just a space dash space in between characters or words. We'll go save and let's test it out now. Can you please provide me the callback number? Thank you.
Okay, your callback number is 2134.
There you go. Thank you very much. And you can see there with that nice natural break and pausing, it sounds a lot more natural, a lot more genuine when you're having a conversation with these agents. And not only that, the information that they're trying to provide you, which is much more clearer to understand for the user. So now we're just going to jump straight into how to pronounce phone numbers. And as you may know, different regions have a different way that they communicate the phone numbers and a different way that they structure it. So for instance, in Australia, we have 4 numbers, 3 numbers, 3 numbers. That's usually how it's said. So a natural way to say it would be 0411 111 222. Now, if you've tried to make an agent that repeats numbers, sometimes it smashes all of them together, or it doesn't really know how to express a number. It might even say 0411. So we're going to quickly cover, I'll show you different ways that you can solve this. Now, before we go too far with the prompt example, actually we'll show you a setting in the speech settings. And here we can enable speech normalization. And this converts text like numbers, currency, and dates into their spoken forms of expression. So let's just demo it without that option chosen, and then we'll go through a few examples. So we'll test. Hello, sorry, what's your phone number?
My phone number is 0415-892-3245. How can I assist you?
And there you go. You see how it individualized some numbers and then clumped a bunch of other ones together. So we're just going to turn on enable speech normalization. Hello, what's your phone number?
My phone number is 0415-892-3245. How can I assist you?
And as you can see there, look, it's still not perfect. Trial it with our new prompt. And we're going to save. Now we're going to go test. Hello, can you please tell me your phone number?
Here, my phone number is 415-892-3245.
Thank you very much. As you can see there, we got it to individualize each of the numbers and also replicate the way it's said within our region, which is Australia for me. So we'll just jump straight into our next tip. And that will be how to pronounce emails. Now, if you've ever had your voice agent try and repeat an email back to someone and it's kind of clumped it all together, didn't know what to do with the @ sign, didn't know what to do with the .com. Right now to test that, we're just going to request an email from it. So we go test. Sure, email.
My email is alex@bestcuthair.com. How can I assist you today?
Do you mind spelling that out to me just so I can make sure I wrote it down correctly?
Of course. My email is spelled ALEX@BESTCUTHAIR.com. Let me know if you need further clarification.
No, that's fine, thank you. And as you can see there, it got the @ correct, but the .com, it said as .com. So we're just going to add this little section here in the prompts. Now, something like that, if you're repeating a user or client's email back to them just to verify, it can sound a little jarring and confusing for them. So that's where something like this does come in handy. So we're just going to save that. Hey, can you please give me your email?
Sure. My email is alex@bestcuthair.com. To spell it out, ALEX@BESTCUTHAIR.com.
Awesome, thank you very much. See, as you can see there, with just a little bit of prompting, we've already got it to express that email to us a lot more clearer. This is ideal when it comes to capturing people's emails in particular, and just making sure you got all the details correct. Now, the next thing we're going to get into is how to pronounce websites. Now, this one can be a little bit of a tricky one. especially where some people's websites just aren't complete words. They might have, for instance, NK laundry. So when we wanted to basically try and pronounce this back to someone, we don't want it to go NK laundry. We want it to break down NK as NK, and you can see here it's exemplified in this example here. And let's go, we'll drag this across and go test it like the others. All right, now let's test it. Hey, can you please tell me your website?
Sure. Our website is nclaundry.com, http://nclaundry.com. Let me know if you need any help.
Not a problem, thank you. As you can see there, wasn't too easy to understand. So now we're just going to add in the prompts, how we want it to be able to express these websites, and we'll just compare it. So we'll go save here, we'll test it again. Please tell me what your website is.
Our website is nklaundry.com.
Awesome. You can see where it's now broken up NK from the word laundry, and it's allowed us to be able to understand that much more clearer. And you can see where this benefits when you're trying to refer a user to a website for whatever reason you may have. Now we'll jump into the next tip, and that will be how to pronounce time. Now, not only will I show you how to get it to express time correctly when it's communicating with someone, but also show you how you can get it to pull in the live time for your region. So let's head back to Retell dashboard and we'll test this out. I'll drag this across. Now for this, the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to get our agent to pull the correct current time. So in Australia, it's now 7:46 around about. So we're going to test it and see if the agent can pull the time. Hey, can you please tell me the time in Sydney, Australia?
I currently can't provide real-time information, including the current time. However, you can easily check the time and
There you go, she can't pull the time. So within Retell, they have functions and variables that we can pull into the agent, which I will link in the description below. It's within their documentation. And this is what it looks like when you're trying to get the time. So this here, and you can see it's in between these two squiggly brackets. That lets the agent know it's a variable. Now where it's got time zone, we're just gonna backspace this and we're gonna type Australia/Sydney. And we're gonna save. We're going to test the agent again. Hello, can you please tell me the time in Australia, Sydney?
The current time in Sydney, Australia is 7:47 p.m. on Tuesday, June 24th, 2025.
There you go. And you can see there, just with that simple prompt, we've got it now pulling in the correct and accurate time. If you ever have an issue with how it pronounces certain times, or you want it to not give such a large context, now it has the current time, what we can do is we can add in the prompts that we saw earlier in Retell's documentation. And this will allow us to control what information the agent provides when it asks for things like the time. So we'll just go here, copy paste that there. We're just going to go save. Hey, can you please tell me the time in Australia, Sydney?
Sure. The current time in Australia is 7:48 p.m.
Perfect, thank you very much. See, as you can see there, just with prompts, we've gone from it not knowing the time to telling us the time, and then to formatting how it responds with the time, exactly how we've asked it to here. Now, we're going to jump straight into the next one, which is my favorite one. I left it to last, but this one I think changes the game. I only learned this recently as well. And that is how the agent handles being put on hold when it doesn't need to generate a response. Now, you can imagine it's requested information from the user, and they've said, hang on one moment, just let me get my email, let me get my phone number. And you'll notice that if you've dealt with the agents in the past, it will then try and talk, it will try and interject and be like, oh, no problem, I'm happy to wait. But you just kind of want to just sit there like a human would, just be patient. So we'll drag this across to the dashboard. I'll show you this example, as well as a nice little trick that you can use with this same function for something slightly different. So the first thing we're going to do is see how it handles being told to hold on. Hello?
Hello. What's your name?
Hold on one moment.
Of course. Take your time.
And there you can see that hold on, take your time. And that's all good and well, but what we'd like it to do is just to hold on. So we're going to add this into the prompt, see how it goes now. We're going to save, test. Hello?
Hello. May I have your name, please?
Hold on one moment. And there you have it, the beautiful sound of silence. So that's really cool, but this next thing I think is where you can really see this excel. So not only can we get this to do this when we're asking it to hold on, we can actually get this to respond with no response needed, which will be the placeholder for not generating anything when it thinks someone is thinking. So if you ever have your agent ask a question to someone and they're kind of humming and hawing, and then it will just try and interject and cut them off. This has been an absolute game changer. I know I keep saying game changer, but this has been huge to make the agent sound a lot more human. So I just backspace that, we'll save, and we'll just test. Hello?
Hello? What's your name?
Yeah, so,
May I know your name?
and there you go. Now, it may not sound too groundbreaking when you think asking someone's name. Of course, they're going to be able to respond with a name, but you'll know when people are being requested for their number or any more information where they might have to go validate something. The agent's just trying to interject and just respond instantly. So what we can do is we can add that same prompt, but instead of saying when the user says hold, reply exactly with that, we can just say to it, if you think the user is still thinking, reply exactly with the following, no response needed. Now we'll check that out. Hello?
May I have your name, please?
Yeah, my name is... There you go, silence. So as you can see, if you've ever dealt with building voice agents, that's such a frustrating thing. When it's talking to a client, there's a little pause or a little break in their speech and it just tries to just jump straight in there and talk. So when I learned that, my world was blown. Its ability to just sit back and wait for the person to express their full thoughts, whether it's trying to collect information and it's just giving them time to kind of read from a piece of paper. Maybe they're trying to read out an account name or they're trying to read one of their email addresses. It's just allowing them just the space to be able to just fumble through their sentence without trying to jump in there and interject every second. And there you have it. I hope you found some of these tips useful. So if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.